To evaluate an algebraic expression for a given value, we substitute that value in for the variable and simplify the expression. For example, if we want to evaluate the expression x squared minus 6x plus 3 for an x value of 7, we substitute 7 in for every occurrence of that variable and simplify. The expression would have a value of 10 when x is 7. I will give you a problem to practice. You can pause the video after I write the problem, work the problem, and then come back to the video to check your answer. The expression that I have is x squared minus 2x plus 4. And I want you to evaluate that when x is equal to 3. So pause the video and come back to it when you're done working the problem. To evaluate this expression, we replace each x with 3 and simplify. And I have a value of 7. Now this problem, or this procedure, might be a little more difficult when we have negative values that are being substituted for the variable. For example, the expression is 4x squared minus 3x plus 4, and I want to evaluate that expression when x equals negative 3. So let's make the substitution of negative 3 for all of the x's. Notice I'm using parentheses around the value so that I can see, for example, that negative 3 is a quantity being squared, not the negative of 3 squared. If I simplify this, I have 4 times 9 plus 9 plus 4. If I continue simplifying, I end up with a value of 49. Once again, I'll give you a problem to practice. Let you pause the video so you can practice the problem and then turn it back on when you want to check your answer. Here's the expression. I want you to evaluate that when x is equal to negative 1. So pause the video, work the problem, and come back to check your answer. To evaluate this expression, let's replace each of the x's with negative 1. Once again, I'll use parentheses to show me, or to help me see, the value of x. If I simplify, I have negative 3 times negative 1. In the parentheses, I have negative 2. I'll be squaring that. Minus 4. And if I simplify, I end up with a value of negative 5. Something else that may occur in evaluating expressions is having more than one variable in the expression. For example, 3x plus 2y over x squared minus 2. And we want to evaluate that when x is negative 4 and y is positive 3. So we can replace each x with negative 4 and each y with 3. And simplify. Simplifies down to negative 3/7. Once again, I'll give you a problem to practice. The expression is 4x minus 5y over xy squared minus 3xy. Evaluate for an x value of 4 and a y value of negative 3. So pause the video and come back to it when you're finished working the problem. To evaluate this expression, let's replace the x's with 4, the y's with negative 3, once again, I'll use parentheses to help to show me or help me to see the values for the variables. If we simplify, I have 4 times 9 is 36 plus 36, which simplifies to 31 over 72. And that concludes this lesson.